Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready? You ready? 54, Mike, 54. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Watch twins. Watch twins. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And the result here, the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Brees. And Gibbs got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. Brees now on first down. Smith catches left side.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
First down.
Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Brees to throw again. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That is first incompletion after a 4 for 4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brees. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
Saints.
Ready, 95-56.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brees. And that is incomplete.
Does a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold him to 3. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. A.J. Klein came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's the 2nd-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
One of the surprises of the 1st round, the Seattle Seahawks selecting running back Rashad Penny out of San Diego State. Highly regarded, but most people thought he would go in the 2nd round.
But he did have an incredible senior year at San Diego State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take it the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career at San Diego State for touchdowns.
Go 14. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. You don't want none. You don't give it. Pick up the ball.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He may try and run for this. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A big play there out of Kamara. 55 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Breeze. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Breeze to throw. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possession.
Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't...
And he will take this run in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. And the Seahawks have picked it up. They find some open field here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the...
He's got a man! Complete! And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Penny, the first down carry. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy into 30. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Green 80. Check 3, check 3. Check 99, check 99. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. He's coming, double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check 43.
They'll try to run with Carson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Tighten up, tighten up. 14. Back.
They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
Know what I would tell my offense?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. To try again after the sack. Breeze over the middle to Smith. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
The Saints spent a third-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. 10 more there and another first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And complete, right side to Cook. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw is Hill. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, his second touchdown on the season, as they are able to cut into that lead.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now Wilson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To throw is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now throwing on on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
You kill. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Cut.
Now Breeze. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final shot before half for Breeze. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. A.J. Klein picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Watch the whip. Out.
Now it's Carson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Rush in.
Again, it's Kamara. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
They can't hang with us. Be alert.
Here's Wilson to throw again. And this is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, Wilson being chased out left. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Sherrills. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They run it again with Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and they're going to face a third down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
From the gun, it's Brees. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Dwayne Washington, his first touchdown of the new season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Lutz with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's good for a Seahawks. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
No. Alert.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And Cook has it, left side. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Breeze now. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Breeze now to throw. Smith catches left side. 23 yards the pickup there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Breeze finding Kamara, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. To the air again. Hill. And Hill with it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kick by Lutz is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run it with Carson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check, 47. I'm going to come back to you.
Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season. Back to throw, Breeze. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 16 yards, a 1st down. To throw is Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Thomas the intended target, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Breeze. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Breeze to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Seahawks, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.